Hey y'all, so I am back with another tutorial, and this day y'all I just happened to be super slow. So I was doing this set and I knew it was going to be a really simple set, but I decided anyway to go ahead and record just since I had the time. So for this one, I'm going to start out by doing my natural nail prep. So I'm going to push back her eponychium. Now her skin is really tough. So I've already sprayed it with alcohol and that still really didn't budge it. So you see me being very careful as I push these back. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to count on this cuticle bit to really get that extra dead skin off. And anytime something like this happens, I count on the next step to help me out. So with that cuticle bit, I'm really pressing that bit at the very back of her eponychium and dragging it across, really on top of that dead skin. And that is separating it from her living skin. Now, it's still not detaching all the way, but like I said, I'm going to count on the next step, which is my sanding band, to remove the rest. So when it comes to natural nails, you never want to be forceful. Everything has to be done with light pressure. You do not want to dig into the nail. You do not want to keep going over it and over it. That's why if I don't get it with the first step, then I'll just move on. But that is the main thing. You want to make sure that you protect the integrity of their natural nails, because if you don't have natural nails, you're not going to have anything to put on top of that. So I'm always very careful when I am doing my natural nail prep. So moving right along to application, I have already applied her tips and shaped them, and now I'm coming in with my Mia Secret dehydrator, and then I'm going to also prime twice. Now here recently, y'all, not recently, but I have always used Mia Secret for as long as I can remember. Once I find something that works, I pretty much just stick with it. And when it comes to primers, especially primers, if I find something that works, I'm going to keep it, because I do not want to play the guessing game with my clients when they leave. I don't want someone having to come back and saying that their nails lifted in 3 days. You know what I'm saying? So I stick with it. But here recently, I am thinking about making a change to my core system. So I use the Mia Secret Prep, the primer, and I use her monomer in clear. But I'm thinking about switching to or trying YoungNails Speed Clear, because I find that the monomer is just starting to be slow setting for me. Basically, I feel like I'm moving so fast and the product is not curing as fast as I go. So here recently, I have been adding a little bit of acetone to my monomer, and I find it very helpful. Like, it's helping me get through my application much faster. So I don't want to really go out there and try something and use something different from what I have been using that has been working with everyone, but I still want to see if that is really going to help me. So adding the acetone has been working great, but like I said, I don't want to keep doing that because I don't know if that's going to have any breakdown throughout the weeks they wear. So what I'll probably do is I'll get the YoungNails and try it on myself and wear it and then see how that works. And if it works good, I may be switching over. I don't know, y'all. This is a big change for me because, like I said, I've always used Mia Secret. So I don't know. We'll see. So for this finger, I went in and I applied just a solid color of nude. This is NotPolish's Nude Me. I recently just got a whole bunch of these nude polishes, these nude acrylics, and so far, y'all, I have already went through most of them. I'm telling you, when it comes to nudes, you can never have enough. You can never have enough quantity, and then you can never have enough different varieties of nudes. Pink nudes, peach nudes, pale nudes, cool tone nudes, warm nudes. I go through them because it absolutely makes a difference on the skin tone. I've done sets to where I've used the wrong nude on a person and it just threw it off completely. And I was, of course, pissed off at myself at the end, like, let's not be making that mistake again, okay? So I'm going to come back in with that same nude, and on this one I'm going to be doing a French, and y'all would be proud of me. This was the only one I did on this set. She only got one per hand, so I'm starting to do better, y'all. I'm starting to kind of ease away from the French, and I haven't found anything that's replacing it, but I'm starting to get a little bit tired of it. So I don't know, we'll see if it fades out for me. But for this one, I'm just going to freehand it. Like I told y'all before, I have been just freehanding all of my Frenches, and it's been working. So I've just been doing it like this. So I applied that first bead at the center of the nail. I really pointed her finger down, and then I just shaped it into an almond shape. Now, once I got that done, I came in with my cuticle bead, applied that at the back, and then just blended it through the first bead. So for this nail, I'm going to be doing a ombre. I feel like ombres are the easiest thing to add when you don't know what to put. A lot of times you're creating a set if you're doing a freestyle and you just need to add something to the set, and ombre will always do it. I feel like they just bring the set together. So you cannot go wrong with an ombre, and I feel like they're easy. So that's what we're doing to this pinky. I applied the color, and this color I want to say is GlamandGlits Popsicle. I'm going to have to double check though, because I have so many colors like this that are similar. So I'm going to double check. But as you can see, I jumped over to the pointer finger and I applied the pinky, and I really didn't shape it. I just applied it and then I moved on to this pointer finger. And that's because this product was taking so long to dry. So like I said before, this is an example of how I'm moving faster than the product. So I'm leaving the pinky to kind of give it time to set up, and I'm getting this color down, and now I'm jumping back to this pinky because it's set up now enough for me to really smooth it out and mold it how I want it to be. So I'm telling y'all, I really am gonna switch up my monomer, because that may just be what's holding me back from increasing my speed. So I'm willing to give it a try. So I'm just going to continue to mold this into the shape that I want it to. And then once I have it done, I'm going to come in and start my fade. So I'm going to start at the center of the nail, apply that bead, walk it down and blend it through that first color. And then I'll come in with my next bead, which would be my cuticle bead, and blend that into the bead before. So I'm just going to continue out through the set. This one is also going to be, like I said, the ombre. So I'm going to just create that fade. And for this set, y'all, I consider this a very like a basic foundation. So what I'm applying now is my foundation for the set, but afterwards, when I get done, I'm going to add some little art here and there to really make the set pop. Now, unless you're going for a super nude, super basic set, this would be fine. This would be perfect. But if you're the type of person to where you're like, no, I need to have something else, then that's what you would do. You would go ahead and start creating more nail art on top of that. And when it comes to nail art, I find too, like as a nail tech, you don't always know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have inspirational pictures or the client comes in and they know exactly what they want, it's hard to kind of just pick something off the top of your head. So when something like that happens, start basic and then add to it so you can, you know, create something like that. And nail art is very easy. It's always something that you can add that'll make something pop. It could be nail foil. You can come in with art ink. It could be stickers. It could be stamping. There's so many different things that you can do to come out with a beautiful full set. And it doesn't have to be like this super complicated, hard design. Nail art can be easy, so sometimes you just got to use it. So I went in and I finished my ombres, and now I'm back to the middle finger and I have filled in that French color. And now I'm just taking this time to really shape it and mold this color. Like I said before, this color is taking a long time to set up. So I'm just going to use that time to really make sure that I shape it into the shape that I want it to be in the outcome. So now I'm going to come in and start my finish filing. Filing has to be the most important thing to me. And like I said before in other videos, that's why I take so much time when it comes to filing, because I want a really good shape. I feel like that really makes a difference when you look at a set of nails, the shape. If the shape is off, then I feel like the whole set is off. So I got the nails filed into shape, and now I'm going to start my design. So as you can see, I've got my little palette out and I've got my paint gels from YoungNails. And on that ring finger, I'm just going to do a very simple abstract line. So when it comes to abstract lines, y'all, they are work, okay? When I say I'm going to do basic here, I'm going to use 3 colors. That's 3 lines. That's it. Because I have had pretty much my full of abstract lines. I love the way it turns out, but man, do they take a lot of time. So for this one, I'm going to start with that darker orange color, and I'm just going to do a swirl down the center of that nail. Once I have that done, I'm going to, of course, cure it, and then I'll come in and start adding my next color and so on. So for the middle finger, I'm going to be creating some small little daisies. I'm going to do that pretty much around the perimeter of the nail bed. So I'm really going to just outline my French. So to start that off, I'm going to start with my centerpiece first. So I'm going to just create those dots, and I'm going to do a small flash cure, and then I'm going to come in and start creating the little smaller dots around that with my YoungNails white paint gel. I really didn't cure in between doing this because that paint gel is so thick that I don't have to worry about it spreading too much unless I get them too close. So I'm going to get all of those down, and this nail art is very beginner friendly. So if you're starting to try to do more hand work, hand painting, hand art, all of this stuff is very simple. So this would be something good to start with. So once I get all of those filled, I'm just going to go in and cure these for a full 60 seconds. So I'm coming back to the ring finger, and I'm applying Macart's foil gel. I'm going to apply that from cuticle to tip, and then I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. Now I'm using this foil gel because of its tackiness. I'm going to use these small paper butterflies. They're super thin, they're paper, so it's not going to take much to get these to stick down to something. I could have went in and added just a little bit of gel and they would have stuck to it, but this really provides a thin surface for you. So you can apply the Macart gel pretty thin and then just stick those down into it. I'm finding that this foil gel is so good for so many different things. I've even used it to apply water slide decals. So y'all, if you haven't tried it, try that. Now I'm coming in and I'm going to just top coat this, and any time that I do anything on top like stickers, little paper butterflies, I'm going to cap twice. I don't want no chance of this art coming out. So once I have all of that done, she is done, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, if you're not following me on Instagram, please go and do so. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in another video. Bye.